This video, I'll be giving you guys the top 9 best resource dinos in the game. These dinos will make your lives so much easier, especially when it comes to gathering materials, and most of them are actually really easy to tame. So let's start with the best dino for collecting meat. That would obviously be the T-Rex. Now obviously you could go a step further and get a Giga, but because Gigas are more rare, the T-Rex is probably the most common, biggest apex you can find that would get a lot of meat. So the T-Rexes are kind of easy to find. They're always scattered throughout the map. So for example, we have some here, and we are at this location, 36.9 at 23.6. So if you go to any dangerous areas, most likely you'll find a T-Rex. Sometimes they're in the snow biome as well, but it's safe to tame them like in this type of area, because then you could set up a taming trap and all that stuff. Or you could settle for some Allosauruses. They are very mean. If you want a good dino for collecting berries, then I would highly suggest the Stego. Not only is the Stego really good for PvP, he's also good for berry gathering. So what we can do is just go over a bush here, and you would just smack it up, and we will grab a lot of berries. Perfect for if you're trying to get a lot of narco berries to make some narcotics, if you're trying to get some seeds to grow a farm, or if you're trying to just get some regular berries for food or for recipes. Now Stegos can normally be found along the beach lines. Wherever you see other herbivores, you'll probably see a Stego. If you want a guaranteed location, you want to come to this bottom right island right here. This is known as Herbivore Island, and there's always Stegos here. But you might have to bring a boat because there's no way to transfer them back. So he's going to need something to get him back to land. Next we have the Argentavis. The Argentavis is perfect for transporting metal ingots, or metal in general. Now the Argentavis has a saddle that acts like a smithy bench, and a smithy bench is what you can use to make weapons, you can make structures. Certain stuff that you're not able to craft on your person, you can make while you're in the smithy bench or your Argentavis saddle. The reason why he's so good, especially for metal runs, is because he reduces the weight of the metal by half. So for example, the metal ingots in my inventory weigh 114 pounds. You can see the number underneath, that's the weight. If to transfer it over to the Argentavis, it goes down to 52 pounds, which cuts it in half, and he's able to hold up more metal than any other dino. So one area is Carnivore Island. It is on the top right of the map. It is a dangerous island though, so if you do come here to try to tame an Argentavis, be careful. I probably wouldn't recommend coming here to tame one. They also heavily spawn in the snow biome, which is also a dangerous area. A lot of wolves, a lot of things that will attack you. So you still have to be careful. Try to build a taming trap if you can. If you want me to make a separate video on how to tame one, I will. But Argentavises can be found mostly throughout the whole map in most dangerous areas. Now the Argentavis is good at carrying metal and transporting it, but what's good at collecting metal itself? It would have to be the Anki. The Anki is perfect for collecting metal and flint. So if you wanted to collect a lot of flint, you would just go on an Anki and you would hit a stone rock. Then he will collect some flint from it, he will collect some stone, and he will collect some metal as well. Now if you were to hit an actual metal rock, which metal rocks look just like this, that's how you know you're going to get mostly metal. Regular stone looks like that. So this is how you could tell the difference between a metal rock and just regular stone. So if you hit it with an Anki, you get so much metal compared to stone. And if you're in a location with a lot of metal rocks around, then you can just repeat this and build a little metal base in between. Constantly have metal melting, and you honestly have just a metal grinding dino. The Anki also reduces weight of the metal as well. You can see in my inventory it weighs 156 pounds. In the Anki's inventory it only weighs 23 pounds. Now instead of metal, if you want something that's good at collecting stone, then the Doedicurus is what you need. Doedicurus is good because he reduces the weight of the stone as well by half, and he has this cool rolling feature where you can actually roll like this across the map, and it just makes traveling a lot quicker and just more fun. So you would just go, and he's pretty good at swimming as well, so you would just go hit some stone rocks here, and you can see how much stone he's actually collecting. Well, I'm kind of lagging a little bit, but you can see I'm collecting a lot of stone, and it's reducing the weight of the stone as well, so he's able to hold more. Oh, we have a piranha after us. Now, when it comes to hitting metal with this thing, he doesn't really get any metal. He doesn't really get any flint. He is strictly made for stone. Now, you normally can find a Doedicurus by the redwoods. It's a dangerous area. There's a lot of fighting going on. Obviously, someone tried to kill this Doedicurus, but he's hunkered down right now. But honestly, anywhere along this river line where the redwoods is, you would find a Doedicurus wandering around. If you already have an Argentavis, you can easily just carry it out of here and put it in a taming trap for safer taming. Or if you have to tame it in this area, then make a taming trap close by, but just be careful. Now you need something that's good at collecting wood, and there's a few dinos that are actually good at collecting wood, but nothing's better than the beaver, or the Castoroids, however you say his name. Now the beaver's saddle actually acts as a smithy as well, same as the Argentavis. You can craft weapons on them. As long as you put the metal ingots in them and all the stuff you need, then you can make whatever you want. He is really good at collecting berries and wood. So he will collect both if you try to do it. So you have to be careful because you'll be encumbered pretty quick if you get a lot of berries here. So we're just going to hit some trees down so I can show you guys. And you can see how much wood he's actually collecting and how much berries he's collecting. Now can be good obviously if you want to collect some narco berries as well as some wood, but you're going to run into a lot of other berries, so it's going to be annoying to clear your inventory of berries every time you want to just get wood. That's the only downside, but he also reduces the weight of the wood as well. Now, the best place to find a beaver on the island is Hidden Lake. Hidden Lake is a small lake on the map. Latitude 24.3, longitude 52.4. It's this little tiny lake right here. I'll zoom out so you can see exactly where I'm at. And normally you can find 1 or 2 beavers here. That's if someone didn't build a base here and like ruin the spawn. But you can see we have a few of them right now in the water. So sometimes they like to swim underneath the water, so it might be hard to see them. And this area is relatively safe, so you'll be able to tame them without any problems. Another place you can sometimes find them is by the same area where the Doedicurus was. I know I tamed one that was over there one time. So you can try to look in that area, but it's kind of hard to spot them. Just not the swamps. They don't spawn in the swamps, so you don't have to check those. Next up, we have the snail. Now, this snail can only be tamed by being fed veggie cakes. Veggie cakes is something you make in a cooking pot. I think you need like sap and then some other ingredients I can't remember off the top of my head, but they only eat that. Even after they're tamed, I believe they only eat veggie cakes unless that was changed, but as far as I know, veggie cakes is the only way to keep these things alive. Now, what makes them useful is if you set them on wander, they will start creating their own cement paste in their body. So you would need them to wander around your base. What I like to do is build like a little cage, and you could put them in the cage and have them on wander. And it can only stack up to 100 cement paste at a time. So every time he reaches 100 cement paste, you have to empty his inventory so you can start making more. So I suggest taming like 5 or 6 of these so you can get a lot at a time. And look, you can see he's already starting to make it. So even though it's not called cement paste, it's pretty much the same thing. Another way you can get cement paste fast is the frog. One of my favorite things to use in this game. Now, frogs can mostly be found in swamps, and it's sometimes very, very dangerous areas. But you'll see them mostly hopping like this one is, or they'll just be swimming regularly. I like to come to this side right here because it seems less dangerous than the other swamps that are in the middle of the map. So if you come to 53.2 and 91.5, you can normally find some good level frogs hopping around here. Just be careful of the sarcos. Now, when you have your frog, you want to look for mosquitoes like these. They look like giant ass bugs, and they're very annoying. But if you eat them with your frog, they automatically get turned into cement paste. So if we were to get on our frog here, and we could try to munch on them. Hold on, we got to get them in the right position. There we go. And you can see we're automatically getting some cement paste, but sometimes it's hard to actually land the hit on them. So you have to wait till like they get above you. There we go. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Now normally these things can be found in swamps, in the redwoods, or any type of forest area. But you can see as we're eating them, or killing them, we're getting cement paste automatically. And we're getting some chitin as well. Also, if we come back and check on our snail, we can see that he made a total of 7 cement paste. And then last but not least, we have the dung beetle. The dung beetle can be found in any cave. And although they're not the best to look at, they are pretty useful. So if you plan on growing a garden, they can turn your poop into fertilizer for your garden. He also has a feature to automatically collect poop, which is actually pretty new. I don't think they had it in Survival Evolved, at least not when I played it. So once he collects all the poop and has his inventory filled up, we're just gonna up his weight here because now he's encumbered. Dung beetle, you just want to update the weight. No other stats really matter. Once you have the poop inside him, now you want to enable him to wander. So we're gonna go to behavior, and then we go over to enable wandering. And as he's wandering, he will turn the poop into fertilizer. Another trick for this, same for the snails, you could lock him up in like a little cage. That way he doesn't wander off too far from your base, and he'll be getting a lot of fertilizer. And it's very effective, especially if you tame like 3 or 4 of these. And that, guys, is really all the dinos you would need to gather resources in this game. And obviously, when it comes to crystal and obsidian, the Anki is still the best one for that. If there's any other dinos you want to recommend that are good at gathering resources, drop them in the comments below. If you guys want to see more videos like this, hit that thumbs up and make sure you guys subscribe for more.